this is another example of strain index. If you look at this job, it might apparently look like it's a hand intensive work. So we're going to use a strain index and show you some of the mistakes my student makes to evaluate this job. I use this in exam all the time. And then some stuffs um I'll discuss here what kind of mistake they make here to evaluate this job. So if you look at this 10 index, so let's go ahead and check the previous video on explanation of strain index. I'm not gonna go details on that. On this case, I'll just evaluate this video. So this person is washing these plates. If you look at his entire work, he's very smooth. This is, I would say, is natural pace. I worked as a dishwasher before. I wish I could be as smooth as this guy. He's really smooth and nice. So if we evaluate these, so this is the Excel macro we have used in the other videos. I'll post a link to the openeducator.com so you can have this macro. Now, if you look at his effort, I wouldn't say he's barely noticeable. On a Borg scale, on this kind of work, his heart rate will be a little bit elevated. So it's definitely not hard for him. He's working very smooth. You can go back to the video and check that. Exhaustion, on the other hand, I would say 100% of the time he's putting the exhaustion. If you just to look at his right hand, he's always putting some effort using his right hand. So it's a very high level of percentage of time he's doing something all the time. So I would say his exhaustion would be over 80%. Effort, and this one is sometimes tricky to count. If you look at his cycle effort, so let's look at starting from the grabbing the tray. So he grabs the tray, one effort, let me go back because so let's just see. So here is he grabs the effort, one effort, grab the plate, one effort, putting them on another, 1, 2, 3. So basically every single second he's putting some kind of effort. He's not really pausing or anything. So his effort is over 20 per minute. And then I would say his posture is perfect. I wouldn't say any. Now this is one of the mistake my students do all the time. Is this a relaxed job? A lot of people think it's very fast, rushed. I think he's just normal. You can go back to the video and check. He's just moving at normal speed. Another mistake that students do, dishwashing job is for 8 hours. However, I did work as a dishwasher before. My job description was basically everything: cleaning the table, cleaning the chair, cleaning the floor, cleaning big parts, taking out the garbage. So washing plates probably I would say about maximum 2 hours in 8 hours period. Now, you should not choose 2 hours because in my experience, if the job description is like that, if this person only work as just about 15 minutes washing the plates, and then, or maybe 2-3 minutes washing the plate, then go to clean the garbage, and then do something else, wiping down or cleaning the tables and chairs, things like that. So if you, let's say you wash for 5 minutes and then you get a break of do something else for 10 minutes or next 5 minutes, so you should not add them into total hours, because if you are getting break, then your muscle gets break in there. So they should not be added to, let's say, total plate washing time is 2 hours. So you're not gonna choose something wrong with my Excel. So you're not gonna say it's 1 to 2 hours, say less than 1 hour, even though the total hour is 2 hours of washing plate, but you get a break. So it's about 15 minutes, maybe max. You continuously wash the plate and then clean the garbage, clean some tables, bring the plates in there. So this is his job is somewhat risky. Now, this tool does not have any idea that he gets break in between and then do something else. So, but at this pace, according to strain index, this job looks like a risky job. However, in my experience, I have seen that I worked over 6 months as a dishwashing, cleaning, and restaurant job. I have found at the end of the day, my toe to the head, everything is in pain. Everything. I was exhausted, fatigued at the end of the day. I did not necessarily feel something wrong with my hands or wrist or elbow. It's my whole body. I was just whole body fatigued. So I wouldn't say I was localized fatigued by around the hands, wrist, or anything. There was no localized fatigue. My whole body was in pain. I was in discomfort, fatigue. At the end of the day, I felt like I would not go to the work next day, even though I went there to work next day. So this is more, I would say, whole body fatigue type of situation than the strain index analysis situation. In one of the later video, I will discuss which tools to apply for what kind of situation. In this case, I just wanted to discuss about a couple of mistakes my students do, especially counting the efforts, counting the duration, counting the especially the speed of the work and also duration of the work, which is a common mistake. Also in the NIOSH lifting equation, there is this duration also. If you get a break, then you really don't kind of add 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the lunchtime, and then 1 hour in the afternoon. That adds up to 2 hours. This is not how you should do in ergonomics, So maximum you can say is 1 hour. If you get 30 minutes work, 30 minutes break, 30 minutes work, 30 minutes break, then the continuous duration is basically 30 minutes. It's not the total that you add to get something. Now, according to strain index, the job is risky, 6.8. If you get over 7, then it's hazardous, but between 5 and 7 is some risk. It's not saying this person is going to be immediately injured. It has some level of risk, maybe, not over 7. Anything goes over 7, consider hazardous. So this is not a hazardous job, even though it looks like this person might get hurt, but according to strain index, not according to my experience, it's not really a hazardous job. I said that before. In my experience, at the end of the day, I used to get really fatigued. Now my experience does not count in ergonomics. However, if your job description is kind of do everything, cleaning, mopping, cleaning the garbage, washing big parts like those smashed potato pot used to be like 30-40 pounds, and then sticky stuff in there was really difficult, bending my knees and backs and everything. So it makes you really tired at the end of the day. The reason why I use this training is basically kind of explain the mistakes that the student make when I give this to analyze, use this training and evaluate this job. So especially counting the amount of hours they work on the job and then the speed of the work, things like that.